Yes, I am finally back. Sorry, I had to give myself an extra hour or so because I needed pain pills. But we're back now. We're back now. Welcome back, you too. Did everybody have a good couple of hours? Did you miss me? Waste down the masterpiece. Ah. So anyway, let's get back into it. There is. It's gonna be trouble.
Last particle ended up
Oh,
with a smashed
oops.
head.
We've got less. Are the drops fixed yet? Come on. Come on, you can do it.
Feckle
You
doesn't
can
like
do it.
strangers snooping on the flagon.
Do you know what I'm gonna do? Actually. Beep beep fella. 1 minute, hold please. I'm gonna turn that fan directly onto the computer. Because if I'm melting, I don't even want to know what's going on in there. And before you say it, I know you've already told me to do that. Well, I forgot and now I'm doing it. Anyway.
There's two
Right.
things to do with the flagon. Spend coin and then get out.
So,
I think Brynjolf could give you all the information you need.
this looks pleasant. Hey! What? What are you trying to shoot me for? Did I go the wrong way? I honestly thought I was getting lagged there. I forgot that I have a 25 speed down thing.
This is the end for you.
I mean, it's not though, is it?
That's your best, huh?
Yes. Sorry to disappoint, but yes. I didn't think I'd have to fight once I was out there as well. Is that me or was that Star Wars music? That sounded very Star Warsy. Just saying. Peekaboo. Detected by what? Oh. Oh, you're not. Oh, you are dead, yeah. Oof, right down the spine. I'm terribly sorry. That was that. I'm a bit sensitive to anything spine related. So he was dead when I got here, right? Back me up. Nope. Nope. Always on the lookout for salt. Here's one we shot earlier. Ugh. Hello. Nope, 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 yep. No. Oh. Oh, there's another way down. What? Is that meant to be a skeever? Because that sounds like a cat purring. That's a cat. Ooh. Ooh. Hello, Mr. Maxwell. How are you? How was your outing? You're back. I am. I took a little bit longer because I took painkillers. And I needed them to kick in. Ooh, we're getting more drops now than we were before, though. I don't know how noticeable they are. Woo! Yep, have to kill you, okay.
Is someone there?
No. I said no.
That's all you got.
Yeah.
No more. I yield. I yield.
He's like fucking Boromir. Too hot though. Yeah, it is too fucking hot. I'm not too bad. Plodding on. See how long we manage, yeah? Have you seen... Cyber was telling us before. So there's a thing where you can put your own discounts on your subscription, your gifted subscriptions. You can do it up to 7 times, I think he said. I'm assuming that's a year. Gonna have to give it to Missy Room's fairness. No, that is fair. To be honest, like, I think that's one of the reasons I'm getting more drops. I've put the fan directly onto the fucking computer, but it's still not great, like. Ooh. So yeah, but I was thinking that would be dead good for like birthdays and stuff, wouldn't it? And you can have it for up to 70 hours. Bollocks. I thought so too. What a Draven's bow. Who the fuck is Draven? Got your bow. That's actually pretty cool. It is, isn't it? So you can have like up to 7 different events. I'm assuming it is a year. I haven't looked into it fully. But like the amount of... That's really good promotional too. Ooh, hello. Down. I already have a pickaxe. Can't see shit in here. Can I leave? Kind sirs. Woo. Apparently no. I know. Hi Zelda, how are you?
Yes. Book. Yes. Yes. Inkpot. No.
Hello? I'm good, thank you. How are you? How's everybody doing? How are you all doing in the heat? How is little Zelda in the heat?
No. Never find me.
Yeah, I bet. I bet.
Knife. Yes. Book. Yes.
Right, she's
Bucket?
above us, I think.
Yes. Inkpot. No.
Oh, she could be in here. Could be in here. Not attacking.
They were golden, even when they were dead. But their blood was red. I knew it would be.
It is. Very bad. I mean, what other colour would
I
their
had a
blood...
medal.
No, man.
It had someone's face on it. I threw it away after. It didn't
He's going to
help.
attack me as soon as I try and get any of this, isn't he?
What do you think you're doing? What was that?
Me.
Lucky hit!
Someone do something.
In all fairness, he was down here anyway. I'm now a murderer.
Inkpot.
Drank so much water.
Bucket. Book. Knife.
Fair. I've drank about 1.5 liters. Ish.
No.
Oh.
Never find me.
Good effort. Yeah! Better than normal. Oh. Hello?
I'm gonna eat well tonight, my darling. Who's the worst? Yeah.
Excuse me. Thank you. Someone else here? Force me. Okay. I have a feeling I wasn't meant to kill these people, which means I'll have to load from a previous save. Oh. I just want the chef stuff, I'm not gonna lie. For no other reason than just I want chef stuff. Right. Hey, crazy lady. Where you at? Well, she could see us when I was over there.
I'm very dangerous. Don't make me come out there and hurt you.
Back to watching Love Island. Oh.
If my friends find out you've been bothering me, you'll be very I'm not opening this door, so you might as well leave me alone. Go away. Go away.
Oh.
I'm very dangerous. Don't make me come out there and hurt you.
Should I shoot him? What do you think? Oh, well, hang on. Oh, okay. So where was he? There. No, that would have been too easy. Love Island. I never understood the want to watch Love Island, but to each their own and all that jazz. So do I shoot him?
I'm not opening this door, so you might as well leave me alone. I'm very dangerous. Don't make me come out there and hurt you. If my friends find out you've been bothering me, you'll be very sorry. Go away.
Clever. Like it. Can't shoot him.
Must have been nothing.
I just watched it on pause for about a minute or so.
Bucket.
Thinking, why should I see? I was giving you time to process that you have to watch Love Island. I can't see where his little biddy is either.
Yes. Book. Yes. Bucket. Yes. Ink.
Oh!
Ah!
What the fuck, lady? Oh. Oh, she got a bucket. And a dagger. Ooh, dangerous.
I'm not opening this door, so you might as well leave me alone.
Fine. Love Island's a fraud. I mean, yeah, to be fair, same. Jesus, she was in there. How do I get out? Oh. The staircase. I've just been this way. Can I get up? Nope, that's not the right button. Nope, that's not the right button either. Let me out! Can I just fast travel? That would be good. Because this is just peeing me off. Someone on another stream said Hunter Schafer is rumoured to play Zelda. I know that name. I'll have to look up who they are though. I will have to Google. God damn it, of course I can't fast travel from this location. That'd be too easy, wouldn't it? Turns out, trans model. Oh! Am I gonna go in here and get wrong for killing everybody?
Stay out of trouble, or there's
Oh, 100% staying well out of trouble. Mm-hmm. gonna have to turn this fan just a little bit. Ooh, ah. A little bit more. Beep, beep. Beep, beep, Bella. I'm not running anyone else over. Ah. Eh. I mean, look at that, man. It's really... I can feel it. The little heartthrob hair thing. My God. So yeah. I will have to look them up. Hang on. What was it? Hunter... Oh, they were in Hunger Games. Oh. They made a good Zelda, I think. Well, a good Link, should say. Meaning I think they would be better suited for Link. But that's just me. Right, up there. This place is a maze. I'm sure that's the point. But like, gosh golly, I want to leave. Not the biggest Zelda fan. I just chose that name around. That is fair. I can't say I'm a massive Zelda fan myself. I just, like, I've had lots of people complain at us over time. But that's not Zelda, that's Link. I'm dying. Dying. Well, I must have been here because there's great. Going in circles. Fabulous. Or am I? Nope, yep, definitely doing the circles thing. Try again. Hopefully not going in a circle. Oh, straight ahead, straight ahead. I remember that bridge. Can I just leave? Oh dear. We made it! Oh my God! You ready for an even hot dinner? I don't want to talk about it. I'm just gonna live in the bathtub tomorrow. I think that's fair, really. Just live in the bathtub. Right, so... No. Elgrim's Elixirs. Hello? Oh, hello? Oh, there you are. Hello.
You here for lessons like Ingen? Ah, so you're an alchemist then?
He sounds like Tigger. 3 minutes and there's going to be an ad, just so you know. Well, I say an ad, there's going to be 3 minutes of ads. Sale. Sale. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Yeah. Even hotter. So excited. Why isn't... Right, we need invisibility. Oh, excusez-moi. No. No. Resist magic, yes. No, I've read that as well. And I'm pretty sure, like, up here, it's going to be about 28, 29... No, it's going to be 29 or something. Possibly 30. And down south, it's going to be even worse. London had reports of 40 degrees in Heathrow.
Yes, yes.
40.
Goodbye.
Just end me now. Unsubscribe. Done. No. Can't do. I know, bless yous. Should go dive in the... Oh, actually, no. I was going to say go dive in the river or something and cool off, but you'll come out with like 20 toes and 15 nipples or something. Just... I mean, to be fair, yous are better at heat than we are. We're better with cold. Woo! I'm not yawning, you're yawning. Fail! Dun 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 dun. Something will mix with this. Something. Yeah! Right. You'll get there eventually. Ooh, this looks important. Never mind. Nope. Nope. I will die. I too am expecting death. Oh, come on, man. You gotta mix with something. You're a mushroom. Ah, there we go. Got there in the end.
You here for lessons like Ingen? Or did you wish to buy something?
Health. Oh, see, well, there you go. You can't. Yep, it's been decided. Sorry, mate. Yeah, can he do it? Nope. Yo, old man.
Do you have that? Take a look.
In all fairness. I've got a necklace that lets us resist fire. Oh, I won't die. I'll just melt a little bit. It's fine. I have big plans. I can't die. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. But yeah, I have plans. Oh no, I wanted the salt, mother. Okay. Got any salt?
Take a look.
I'm going to. He 100% sounds like Tigger. A pine thrush egg. Mm.
Yes, yes, goodbye.
Yes, yes, goodbye. I like him. Oh. Hello. You should stash that better. Oh. Creepy bitch. Jesus. It's the least you get. Yeah, just wait a month, you'll be fine. You must keep your people entertained, sir. Right. One of them's in here.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
Bugger all. That definitely wasn't her voice, so... Wow. Excuse me. Just everybody staring at us. Right. Steal the statue. Oh, that one. Oh, that's pretty. Wait. Wait. Excuse me.
Please, don't take the statue. It's the only thing of value I have left. You have my statue. What are you going to do with it? Not Lady DeBella. No, please, I can't lose her. I get the message. Here, take your gold. I hope you choke on it.
I mean, if I try and eat it, then probably, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your patronage. Next. Hey Sven, we're really good at this shit. Wow, you... I can't say that I'm on stream. Can't say that I am on the internet. As fuck. Who's this lovely lady? Hello, Guy. How are you? I was thinking of ordering an AC unit from Amazon. Returned it as faulty on Monday. I wonder how many people have actually done that. Oh, right. He's a grumpy bastard, but he has a urn. That.
So, can I interest you in anything today?
I take it you took a stream break. I did, just for a couple of hours.
What? So Brynjolf doesn't even bother to show up himself anymore, eh? What's this message? Petty threats and fist-waving are not... You demand payment for protection, and you can't even protect... Don't fool yourself. It's only a matter of time before you people are run out of Riften.
I would send patronage. I don't think that's even an option on anything. But you can get these little... I've seen them on TikTok, and I think I've saw them on Amazon. They're like a little fan, about that big, and then on the top is a water system. And you can put ice and, like, really cold water and stuff in it. And it, like, works like an AC unit. Not bad, not bad.
Likewise. Now I have a lot to do, so I'm afraid you'll just have to leave. I can't pay. I can't.
Oh my word.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to leave. Tell Brynjolf he'll just have to make do without my coin. No! You're going to break it!
Just pay them, Bercy.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to leave. Tell Brynjolf he'll just have to make do without my coin. Stop! That's priceless!
Oh my word.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to leave. Tell Brynjolf he'll just have to make do without... Stop! That's priceless!
Oh my word.
Homemade ice fan. Effectively...
If I had it, I'd pay. There's no need to do that.
Just pay them, Bercy.
No! That urn was priceless.
You can make one. You can, yeah. I
All right, I get it.
Because
I'll
of
pay
my
on time
crippled
from now on.
status.
Just
I've
don't
got a load
smash
of the
anything else.
gel
Here,
like packs
take
that you
your
can
gold,
either warm
and
up,
leave
which
me in peace.
is a bit risky, or freeze. So I just bang one of them behind a fan and it sucks the air through, makes it nice and cold. Granted, I haven't done it on that one today, mainly because I used it yesterday. Get a cooler. You take on holiday a fan and some angled PVC pipe. Exactly. Oh, can I sell some shit?
I hope you're here for friendlier reasons now. Catchy, isn't it? In my youth, I was a fisherman. I had a beautiful ship named the Brawny Prawn. But the years have a way of creeping up on you. I ended up selling that ship to open this place. Seemed
High
overfitting to
raiders?
name it after
Raiders? What raiders?
her. Changed it a bit, I suppose. If I had been smarter,
I'm
I
confused.
would have kept my boat. Coming to this city was a big mistake.
Oh, whoa, no. Sorry. Don't you talk to Guy like that, you cheeky bastard. I didn't even realise it did that. Hang on, I'll share it. Sorry, Guy. I thought you'd be able to because you're a VIP. Forgot the magic words. The magic words are, as Zelda has said, fuck you, Nightbot. Cheeky bagger.
The question is, what isn't wrong with Riften? This city's corrupt. Rotten to the core. No one cares about anything except themselves. And how much coin they can make off the misery of others. I hope Brynjolf chokes on his gold.
Excuse me, Sven. We need to go find one last person. Which was round the corner. Hi, everyone. Wow, that doesn't look suspicious at all. You all drank at the same time as soon as I walked in.
Your allegiance lies with the Empire. We haven't much to discuss.
Right, who do I need to talk to? Move, stupid. Swear to God, Sven.
New in town, eh? Here for the fishing, I guess.
Genius. Yo.
What do you want? I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. And
You're very
smitten with her
vibrant.
ever since.
Oh.
In fact, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me.
Oh.
In Blackmarsh, tradition dictates we present a potential mate a unique wedding ring to represent our future bond. I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 flawless amethysts to complete the setting.
I may actually have that.
I was hoping you'd offer. I didn't think it was my place to ask such a review. I thank you.
Well, oops.
With the rumors going around about how poorly your guild's been doing, she's become much too bold. I'm not that foolish. The last thing I want is a war with your people. Look, I'm only telling you this because I care for her. Don't mistake this as acceptance for what you do. Kirava has some family at a farm just inside of Morrowind. You mention you know about it, she might just listen to you.
Thanks.
Just please don't harm anyone. I couldn't bear the thought.
I also made those plant pot heaters. I'll be damned those things get hot. Yeah, I made them a couple of years ago. They are very handy.
Three, in fact. They're my own recipe. Brought them over here from my days as a bartender in Gideon. First is the Velvet Lechance, which is a mixture of blackberry, honey, spiced wine,
The
and
plant
a
pot, the
touch of
plant
nightshade.
one's not bad. Get a
Perfectly
terracotta
safe,
plant
I
pot
assure
or a
you.
clay one.
Second, we
put a
have the
candle
white
inside
gold
it.
tower,
Make sure it's got a
which
hole
is
in
heavy
like the
cream
bottom of
with
the
a layer
plant
of
pot.
blended mead,
It does help if you've got a
lavender,
coaster
and dragon's tongue
like
on
thing
top.
underneath it, but it doesn't.
Last, and
It's not
only
that
for the
important.
bravest of souls,
Make sure there's something
we
that's
have
not
the
flammable
Cliff
under it though,
Ritter,
because the clay
which
gets
is
hot.
firebrand wine,
Light the candle, put the thing
Cyrodiilic
over the top, and
brandy,
it heats up.
Flynn and Sujama.
It is quite. It does
If you'll
work.
excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
You are. Everybody just has like little interests in different
I don't have any
things.
business with you, so get out of my face.
I used to do camping a lot as a kid. That's why I know a lot of like little handy makeshift
Here, you want
stuff.
something or not? Look, everything was all just a misunderstanding. I didn't mean to tell Brynjolf to go jump off the pier. You'll tell him I'm sorry, yes? Take this. Every single coin I owe is there. I swear it.
I didn't even have to threaten her. Good, because she seemed quite nice.
Your
Gonna help her
allegiance
get
lies with the
married.
Empire.
How many? Oh, I've only got 3 normal amethyst.
We haven't
Okay.
much to discuss.
That's fine. I bet you know loads of things that we don't know. Well, maybe not Guy, but things that I don't know. Yeah, I used to do camping. Now, my parents were in a motorcycle gang. Not as cool as it sounds. But they were in a motorcycle group when I was growing up. So, from like the age of 7 to 13, I was camping pretty much every weekend. And when you're around a lot of drunk bikers, you learn a lot of shit. I can make some handy shit. I can break some handy shit. It's very, very fun. That's awesome. I don't seem the type. I know. Someone told me strum strings. I laughed at them. I don't have a girlfriend. You will eventually. You keep ending up on dates with women that are just crap. Not playing Dune like everyone else under the sun. No, but I'm not gonna lie, I am intrigued by that game, but no, I'm not playing it yet. It's on the to-do list though. I will eventually get around to it, probably when everyone's forgotten about its existence, to be honest.
Job's
How are you
done and
doing anyway,
even
Shadow?
got Gold. Best of all, you did it clean. I like
Crap
that.
dates, I know.
Dumping bodies and keeping the guards
I
quiet
want
can
to,
be
but my
expensive.
broke ass can't afford it. Preach. Same. 100% same.
Well done. And it would seem I owe you something in return. Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful.
Nice.
Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit.
Oh, well, thank you very much. You didn't have to, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's said to me that you're a subscriber this entire time, so I didn't know either, but thank you, dear. I appreciate you greatly.
That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood. The telltale sign of a practiced thief.
I just want to be able to
think
sell
you'll
my
do more
stolen
than
shit,
just
man.
fit in around here. What's on your mind? We've run into a rough patch lately, but it's nothing to be concerned about.
Yeah.
Tell you what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else.
But I don't know if anyone else has noticed this. I was gonna lurk for now. Not a problem, Shadow. Thank you very much. I appreciate you popping in. And I appreciate the lurk. But I was talking to Maxwell earlier about this. Because Cyber told me about it.
Now, if there
There's
are no
now
more
an option
questions,
where we
how
can
about following me and I'll show you what we're
put
all
discount
about.
on gifted subscriptions.
So,
Um,
you're Brynjolf's new protege, eh? Look like
Sorry.
much to me.
This is what happens when I get too hot. Which will be very handy
Even if you're one
For...
of us, you better not trouble.
Wow, you are a creepy looking
I think
motherfucker.
you better listen to Mercer and Brynjolf first. We can talk later.
Did they specifically make him look and sound a bit like Jason Statham? Like, if you were going to put Jason Statham in Skyrim, how? That's what he'd look like.
I think you better listen to Mercer and Brynjolf first. We can talk later.
Oh, he even does the lean downy thing. Oh my goodness. Not wrong, am I? Yeah, sorry. You can put a discount on
show you
gift
the
subscriptions. I think
Then
it's
you
like
can ask
7
your questions.
times a year or something. That's gonna be really good. Did you see his new film on Amazon where he's about? Yeah, I actually watched that the other day. It's good, but it's just the same as any Statham film, isn't it? Jason Statham films are literally just Jason Statham has a boring normal job. Turns out he used to be some kick-ass CIA Black Ops person. He's just trying to make a living. Something happens, he kicks the shit out of everyone like some kind of superhuman Avengers motherfucker. And then he's dead humble about it in the end and sits at a table drinking coffee, smiling at his happy little family. Every time. I've just described at least 7 Statham movies. For God's sake, there's one where he's a beekeeper. A beekeeper! And I love Statham movies, but Jesus Christ. I almost drew the line at a megalodon. I was like, for God's sake, there's still different types of humans you can kick the shit out of. We do not have to have Jason Statham was minding his own business and now he's gonna kick the shit out of a prehistoric dinosaur. What? And he does? Nice. Crazy.
Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
Better not
Fucking
be another
Mercer.
waste of the guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear.
Uh-huh.
If you play by the rules, you walk away rich.
Oh.
You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. Do what we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear?
Look, it's not my fault that they have a similar accent. Okay? I've got a point, though.
Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Golden Glow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
You claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work. If so, let her prove it. Golden Glow Estate is critically important to one of our
He's also
largest
currently playing
clients.
Skyrim, so it might take him a hot
However,
minute to
the
answer
owner
you.
has suddenly
Just so you know.
decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson.
Oh.
Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Okay.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, yes. Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Woo, I can sell my
Welcome to the
stolen
family,
shit.
lass. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin.
All I wanted.
Don't disappoint me.
I'm gonna take a lot of coin off you.
Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Tanelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor.
I get new armor. Ooh.
Golden Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey.
I haven't
It's
watched
owned by
Beekeeper
some
yet. It is on the
smart-mouthed
list.
wood elf named Arangoth. We need you to teach him a
Oh,
lesson by burning down
excuse
3 of
me.
the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house.
What's the catch?
The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. That important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did.
Fair.
Aye. The last thing we want to be doing is crossing our clients. Maven prefers that Arangoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The guild has a lot riding on this. Don't
Bella.
make me look foolish by
Wait.
mucking it up.
Come here. Up. It's nice and cold. You lie down? Nope, you're gonna sit there. Lie down. Lie down. Good girl. Alright. How do I destroy
They're built
beehives?
like small fortresses to resist the weather, but their one weakness is flame.
Got it.
Besides, nothing tells the people of Riften we mean business better than a huge column of smoke.
Very true.
I'll
Gotcha.
give you one reason. Maven Blackbriar. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to import honey for Blackbriar metering, which would cut into her profits.
Also true.
You watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners.
Mm-hmm. Why do you all sleep with your eyes open, you creepy people? I told him you were a bit busy and that you might not be able to answer him straight away. You playing Skyrim? Oh, oh, oh. Nope, that's fucking Mercer. Yes, I'm gonna say it like that every time. Hello? Nope. The tunnel. Oh, okay. So we got like a practice beating the shit out of people place. I got you. What's it? Thieves Guild armor. Thank you. Well, it doesn't say that I can't open these. Quick save. I'm glad to be back, but thank you, darling. You're so sweet. Oh. Fuck. Nope. Besides getting bored of Maxwell's channel. Oh dear. What's happening? Ooh. I got a big drop there, sorry. What's happening over there, like? What's a crack? I knew you were joking. You love Maxwell's channel. Ooh, what we got? Oh, that was gonna be a bit too, butter. Nope, wrong way. Nice. Thank you. Really, all that for that. I got loads of lockpicks. I don't mind. Ooh. I know a channel that would keep you entertained with amazing gameplay and even better banter. Would it be yours, darling? If you want to hear an angry Welshman who's very good with a sniper rifle. Oh, you... Oh, too far. He streams pretty much every day, to be honest. Hang on. Oh, that was the wrong button. I deserve to snap that one. Of all the clips... Of all the clips. What was that? I couldn't see. You giving it a... To a song. You're pulling your skank face. Stank face. I say that every time. I mean stank face. Whatever, you're pulling a face and you're doing a dancey dance. I'm getting myself distracted. Come on, focus, bitch. Did an expert better than this? You'd love me to call you a skank. Ooh. Hoppa! Oh, hoppa! Oh. Oh. Meh.
Good day, sir.
Day.
Oh my god, you were dragging him down the road and he was carrying it like...
Look, I told him I don't have time. I don't have time.
Like, you coming with me or you not?
Was hitting the Pokemon card, ripping ship streams until the missus checked our bank balance.
I was trying to get them.
Put you in the doghouse for 2 weeks.
Sorry,
Woof!
I don't have time.
Partner. Oh. Pardon the slight pun at the woof. He is actually, yeah. Because he's going to be doing a Share Beard stream where it'll be on July 11th. And he's going to be in full drag. Dressed up as Cher. Giving a little amateur Cher concert. I'll be there as well. Not in drag. Well, I might dress up as Sunny, because it'll be funny. In the background with a little bowl cut. But there's going to be giveaways, so I think... What did you say there was going to be? You're going to do Pokemon cards. Possibly Funkos. Don't quote us on this, because nothing's set in stone as far as I'm aware yet. It's going to be good! And to be fair, you get to see him in drag. Like, turn back time share, so like full body stock and everything will be hilarious. Brilliant. Wonderful. Might even let him borrow me goth boots. Oh yes, D&D dice sets, Funkos, Pokemon cards and some gift cards. Yeah! And I'm willing to gift subscriptions to any runners-up. Right, where do we want to go for Vex? So yeah, Simon, for that one, there's a, for the live action Zelda, the actor Hunter, well, actor, whatever, Hunter Schafer has been put forward as someone that may be one of the ones that really gets the part.
But so, trinkets, odds and ends.
But it turns out they used to be a he.
This was charted for me yesterday by Base Arpeggio.
Oh, okay, you're not Vex. Go away.
Who threw it together.
Of course you're Vex.
Before we begin, I want to make two things perfectly
And if you
clear.
can sing it, please sing
One,
along.
I'm the best infiltrator this rat hole of a guild's got. So if you think you're here to replace me, you're dead wrong. And two, you follow my lead and do exactly as I say. No questions, no excuses. Then we understand each other.
You're a
Good.
mean one.
Now, it's time to get your feet wet. And I don't want to waste a lot of time
Got
talking
3
about
words
anything
for you.
but business.
Stink. Stoke. Yes, do it.
I thought she'd make a good link. She's got the right bone structure.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. We're in a bad way down here.
Are you really? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Who knows? Old Delvin thinks it's some kind of curse. I think he's crazy. If you want my opinion,
I thought there would have been a good link. To be fair, I'm shite with who's fucking who in that game anyway. I've had too many people over the years shout at us being like, it's not Zelda, it's Link! So now it's my automatic go-to.
You can get out there and start
Funnily
making
enough,
a
Zelda
name
said
for
the
us
same
again.
thing.
Make them start fearing us like they did long ago.
Zelda's like, I don't really know that, I just threw some names out.
Coin on the side.
Bye.
Not a bad deal, eh?
Oh?
Alright, but if you get arrested, don't blame it on me.
I'll leave it at 40 for now.
Been a while since I've seen one of those. What you've got there is a stone of Baron Zaya.
Oh, good thing to have.
Not like that, it isn't. The stone was pried off of Baron Zaya's ceremonial crown by a thief in order to cover his tracks. I think there were 24 in all. Most people keep them as a curiosity. Some of the guild members have tried to locate them over the years, but they haven't been successful. Well, until now. Look, I only buy things I can turn around quickly for a profit. And no one wants these stones unless they have the whole set. Tell you what.
So I need to find
if you find the
24 of them.
Talk to me again. Otherwise, keep it. Maybe it'll bring
Damn.
you luck.
Good move. Good move.
Yeah, I did. That wood elf's wit. He's a lot smarter than I expected. Can you believe that fetcher had more than tripled the guard? There must have been 8 of them in there. It was like he was daring us to come and get him. Well, there's an old sewer tunnel that dumps into the lake on the northwest side of the island. That's how I slipped in there. Should still be unguarded.
Should still be unguarded. Sorry, just making sure I don't have any. Nope, we're good. Cool.
I handled the broken
drinking pool.
Cheers,
genitals.
jobs. Most of them involve breaking and entering. If you don't like that kind of work, talk to Delvin. He runs
Big collects
the more
Pokemon cards.
up-close and personal jobs.
Possibly. He's had a fair few collections. He's sold a bunch of them. Like, quite big, rare ones. So yeah. And D&D dice. Lots of D&D.
Pretty simple. Break into a house, grab a specific item, and get out before they realize what's going on. The catch is you
Can I
can't
help
kill
you?
anyone who lives there, or you forfeit the payment. You ready for some good old-fashioned burglary? Whatever. Just get it done. Here's a job.
So you're the new
So,
recruit,
you're
huh?
Brynjolf's new protege,
Well, looks like
eh?
you and I are gonna have to get
Don't
very
look like
well
much
acquainted.
to me.
Why?
I'm the fence down here.
Oh.
You come by anything you don't exactly own, and I'll pay you some coin for it.
Looking
Minus
at
a little
Ares.
slice for the guild, of course.
Plenty of us to
I
go
can
around,
also
ladies.
provide a few
Jesus
supplies
Christ.
useful to our trade now and again, for a small fee.
Excuse me. Can I see
Sure.
behind you there?
How about I get Dirge to knock you over your head and dump you into the cistern? Look, I've been in this business a long time, and I've seen all types. You can play it tough, or you can play it smart. Whatever. At the end of the day, you'll find that all we care about down here is how much gold you can make us.
Great.
Good. Then there isn't much more to say.
No, so
Here's
shut the
your
fuck up
armor.
and let me get
Just make
ready to
sure
sell
you
you
put
stuff.
it to good use.
Thanks.
Usual guild rate. Let's take a look at them.
All right. No. Bubble Mew is Paladin Fates. 6 to 700 sold. Straight away. Oh, Jesus. I've had 3 bubble mews. Bloody hell. You always get so lucky with shit. I kind of want to keep them. No. It has, like. I agree. Oh, stop it. I meant with Pokemon cards. Still sell that. Stolen, but I like it. Exactly.
Stop it. Stop.
A jade and sapphire one. Oh, goodbye. My luck with Pokemon is shit. Evidently not if you've had 3 bubble mews and they're worth that much money. Fucking hell. That's a good bow. Oh. Oh, she didn't have no. Okay, what can I buy? Are these all things I've kept? Ooh, what's that? Ooh. That's still reasonably lucky, you know. Hang on, what weapon do I actually... So it's 24, but this one does magic damage, so we'll take that. Sell that. I'm kind of fond of that one. What else was I trying to sell there? Also, I have 2 of those now. Just one. What shield do I actually have? 25. 26. Never mind. Ah, right. I was selling them. Invisibility? Nope. 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 That could be helpful. Nope. Nope. I could dismantle that. I suppose it's always going to go up anyway, with them not printing. I mean, yeah, it will. Yeah. If they're not printing them anymore, they're going to become quite rare, aren't they? Solution of health. Stamina poison. Nope. Nope, need that. Sell that. Okay.
Now, if you'll
Where's
excuse
Sven?
me.
What do you got on you?
Still here. What do you want me to carry?
Nope. Nope.
Lead on.
Welcome to the... If you're looking... Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Well, hang on, because that's irrelevant now.
Now, if you...
Okay, I can now sell stolen shit.
It's...
Stop climbing up Panda's feet with... No, go for it. Honestly, I'm quite enjoying reading it. I'm learning. You go right ahead. Tell me other things that we don't know. Really? Why have I still got that? Why couldn't I sell that?
To be a thief.
I suppose that's yours now. Stick to the rules and you'll end up rich.
I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. I'll give you it back.
Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Usual guild rate. Let's take a look at them.
The one I normally watch has just gone live on TikTok. I don't know what I just stole off her, but I will give it back if I find it. Evidently, no, I cannot sell her this bow. Why? What the hell did I just pick up off there? Oh, tankard. There we go. Nope. Oh well, can't tell them that.
Until next time.
Right. Let's
so
go.
You're Brynjolf's new protege, eh?
Yes, I am.
Don't look like much to me.
Cynthia's Garchomp. Is this the way out? Oh, don't do this again. I can't remember. Yeah, it is. Just the other way. I know. I keep forgetting I've got that. In the rough set. To get up the chase. Hello! We just reached 320. Thank you for that. Welcome in. They are anonymous. Feel free to lurk or to just jump in chat if you wish. We're currently discussing Pokemon cards. I'm learning a lot.
Buy some armor and live.
Nope, not the button I wanted. That's the button I wanted. Right, so now we're gonna go fight a dragon.
You did it! You did it! I knew you would! I just knew you would!
Thanks. Oh, dearie me. So, do you also collect the ones where I don't know if it's if they're in the like the same evolution or catching me now? Not far. I'm a little bit far off, but thank you. But I don't know if it's if they're in the same evolutionary thing or if they're in the same family or whatever. But where you can put 4 cards together and they all blend into one image. I've seen some of them. They look really cool. I know you can get different artist styles as well. I think they're with newer ones. Bunch from a later generation, so I'm not really bothered. No, that's fair. Right, let's have a look. 24. There are in certain sets. I know one is in the Paldea Evolved. Oh. But the what? But all the ones from the original series is like my child. No, I used to collect them when I was younger. I had a few. Which I wish I kept now. I don't even know where they went. I think I gave them like one of my younger cousins or something. But I don't even know where they went. I had some good shit. No. No. That one. Don't know what I'm following on this one. None? Okay. I think it'd be worth a fortune. At least I think it is anyway. Yeah. They could be worth a fortune. I had a first edition Hollow Zard. Oh, oh dear. I remember I had a shiny... Is it called Seal? The evolved version? I think you've got like Dugong and then Seal. Oh dearie me. I had a shiny one of them. I'm pretty sure I had a Mew, I think, at one point. I know I had a shiny Bulbasaur.
No signs of any dragon right now, but it sure looks like he's been here.
Oh, I had a Dratini. I remember having a Dratini.
We've got to figure out what happened, and if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere.
I had like 4 or 5 shinies.
We need to know what was
Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, Jesus. She'd be like, you owe me 3k. No, 10k. Not 3k, it's because I read 3.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it.
Okay, Arnold. I'm literally dying inside for you. Ooh. The same card sold for 250,000. Oh my god. Nice, that did nothing. Go down on the floor. No! Fine. God damn. Hello? Oh. What is that? Oh, I missed. Whoop-a! Oh! You know what? You're a bit of a bitch. Well played, sir. Well played.
Take him down. It's our best chance.
In your head. Woo! I'm on fire! I'm on fire! You're on fire. Woo! Fuck off. Getting good at them now. Mm-hmm.
Make sure that overgrown lizard is really dead. Damn good shooting.
I think it's pretty fucked. Yeah.
What's happening?
Oh, it's doing a Voldemort. It's doing a Voldemort. Thanks.
Shut your fucking mouth!
It was doing Voldemort. That was very well chosen one. Well done, computer.
I can't believe it. You're Dragonborn.
You are watching a master at work.
Thanks. You're too kind. Too kind. Oh, thank you. Oh, hang on. That's actually stuck in my head. Ew.
In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power.
That was a very broken up Arnold Schwarzenegger, but yes.
There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. According to the old legends, only can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
Don't forget to look the dragon. Did you mean loot?
That's right. My grandfather used
I already
to tell
did.
stories about the Dragonborn.
It was still warm when I looted the
Dragon
cups.
blood in them, like old Tiber Septim himself.
I've
Like
never
old
heard of Tiber Septim killing any dragons.
There weren't any dragons then.
No, it's in magic. Shouts.
Coming back now for the first time in forever.
She summons the
But the
Thor.
old tales tell of the Dragonborn who could kill dragons and steal their power. You must be one.
Look, the
What you say,
Dragonite.
you're left
Not trying to talk
being
about
awfully
Pokemon.
quiet. Come on here, left.
I did have a Dragonite.
Do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Yeah. No,
Some of you
Dratini.
would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them.
No, I don't mind. Honestly, I love it when people talk about their hobbies and they get
Someone who
excited
can
about
down a
things.
dragon is more than
It's
enough
it's
for me.
great. Watching somebody else, even if it's like through this, you can tell how excited and how into it you are. I love it.
Cross
It's great.
Tamriel. I've
Like,
seen
genuinely.
plenty of things just as outlandish.
And I'm learning.
I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
That was shouting, what you just did.
What did we get? What did we get? My favourite as a child is quite personal, probably not suitable for chat. I mean, fair. It might be, it might not be. That's your call, I suppose. I've always had the same favourite Pokemon. My favourite Pokemon's always been Eevee. Eevee. We're going to have ads in about 2.5 minutes, just so you know. Anyone that gets ads. Right, I'm sure we got... Yeah, no. Oh, we need to put this on, though. Excuse me. Well, I've got boots of sneaking. What do their boots do? Pickpocketing's better. No. We'll put that on. Braces. helmet. Hood. Gloves. My boots are better, I think. Boots of sneaking. And their boots are, yeah, pickpocketing. Evie! Yeah! Arcanine is mine with Gengar very close second. Good choices. Yeah. Ah, right, that's okie dokie.
Must be. You really
Where
are Dragonborn.
Wait. Stead. Oh, there we go.
I've got your back. What do you want me to carry?
Atta boy. Right. So I want to give Sven. That. No. That and that. I knew he'd wear it. Or the hood, at least. I'm just going to sell the rest of them, so it's fine. Probably Psyduck. Psyduck, I feel like Psyduck was a bit misunderstood. How long am I streaming for? Probably another half hour or so, I think. Take it to 9 o'clock? Whew. My favourite hobby was a wanking joke. We're kind of fucked up. Oh, sorry. I'll pretend I didn't like. I didn't know. What was your hobby? My God, I'm melting. Melting. What a world.
Let's get going then.
Right, we all happy that I killed a dragon now? Good, great, hunky dory. Let's go. Still my favourite hobby these days. Yeah. To be fair, there are worse hobbies to have. I mean, he's not going to use it, is he? Ooh. The fuck's he doing with that? Move.
Huh?
Sven, move.
I'm glad you're on our side.
Yeah, me too, person. Me too. Having a baby kill that hobby. It'll do that. You kind of like, you know, exhausted.
Huh?
Oh, fair enough. And Pokemon nappies, they are. I know, they are. And the food. And the clothes. Babies are just expensive. And they smell, but they're adorable.
Look, you already have been told you're not allowed here. Turn around and go back the way you came.
We're causing no trouble. All we ask.
I don't care what you're doing. After what happened, you're lucky I don't toss you in jail.
Oh, I heard about those, the mums clubs. My sister got offered one when she had the ban.
You there. We're looking for someone in Whiterun. We will pay good money for information. A woman, a foreigner in these lands. Redguard, like us. She is likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding her location. We are not welcome here.
So I don't
So
know
we
if
will be
it's
in
different in
Rorikstead
different
learning.
places, but the mums club was essentially like loads of new mums getting together, that can talk amongst themselves about their experience of birth and of being a new mum. You get a lot of free stuff through it. Oh, there you go. You get loads of free shit for the baby. Oh yeah, well here it was like literally a mother's meeting, so you had like the group therapy, I say therapy, the group sessions, you could talk to each other, you could like, you know, vent about whatever you need to vent about, but they would share coupons, they would share vouchers, they would share like where you can get free things through NHS or through whatever. You all get a little box full of free goodies, so like X amount of vests and socks and mittens and things like that. But it was just sort of like an in-person Discord of helpful things for new mums.
If you locate her,
Basically.
find us in Rorikstead. Do you have news of our quarry? We're looking for a fugitive who comes from Hammerfell. A Redguard woman. She may be somewhere in this city.
I may know a thing or two. Could just imagine it. Yeah, me sister was just like, that sounds awful. I'm not sure if it's actually called a mom's club, but it's along them lines. And I got loads of free shit from it, saved me loads of money. Yeah. There's lots of places do like vouchers and specials for new babies. They'd also give you like tips and pointers on daycare places, and they'd always have things like, you know, baby clubs that were available and so on and so forth, just to try and give yous a bit of a breather at the same time. Oh, now I'm gonna be asked to leave. Well, you lock your door then. Jesus. Not my fault.
You tried mercenary work?
I had so many nappies at one point. I was giving them away to people because I had so many free ones. Right.
I ain't done nothing.
Sounds a bit suspicious to me, not gonna lie. How much is it for a house?
Did it? You killed the dragon.
Someone already owns that house. Okay. They said I could buy property. Which property can I buy? This one? Nope. This one? Nope. 5 to 10? I don't have that. Nope. Well, they said I could buy a house. These are all taken. It's by the blacksmith woman. Oh, okay. Hang on.
There's been talk amongst the guards. Your dragon. Such a thing.
This one? Nope. Nope. Do they kick someone out to give me a house?
Trouble?
You've walked past it twice. I've just looked at every... Right. Breeze home. This one. Oh. Well, I just assumed because it had a name on it that it wasn't free. So who do I talk to about this? Probably that manservant. Manservant. The blacksmith's dad, yeah. Manservant. I knew that.
They're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Ripley.
I always found the idea of baby clubs quite mad, really. Because, I mean, yes, it's nice to get, like, especially new parents with other new parents so you don't feel quite as overwhelmed. Because there's no right or wrong way to parent. I mean, obviously don't beat the shit out of them would be a definite wrong. For the most part, you know what I mean?
Good. You're
but, like,
here.
Most people never
Divines
feel like they're
bless
doing
you.
it properly.
May the ground you walk
I
quake
don't
as
have
you
that
pass.
penny.
Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there?
No. No, not at all.
Dragonborn? What do you know about the Dragonborn?
Nothing.
So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you. Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in
I got you,
seclusion
boo-boo.
high
Thank
on
you,
the
boo-boo.
slopes of the throat of the world.
I didn't catch a fucking word of that. High on the slopes of the...
The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice. The ability to focus your vital essence into a thum, or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift. The Greybeards.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least.
Oh?
Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
You got red on
calm
you.
yourself. What does any Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here?
She's real slugger, huh?
Capable as she may be,
But
I
my
don't
kind
see
of
any
why?
signs
Why?
of her being this what Dragonborn.
Nord nonsense.
This heat is
Why,
a
you
bitch.
puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Hrongar, don't be so hard on Avenici.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with her?
Just sitting here melting. Oh, so am I.
Not ours.
So am I.
Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue?
I think my computer's
You'd better
gonna
get up to
die.
High Hrothgar immediately. There's no
You got straight
refusing
so
the
many different
summons
things.
of the
ADHD.
Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor. I envy you, you know, to climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that?
No.
High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place. Very disconnected from the troubles of this world.
Can you not see how shiny I
wonder if
am?
The Greybeards even notice what's going on down here.
I can feel
They
how
haven't
shiny
seemed
I
to
am.
care before. No matter.
This isn't like a youthful
Go to High
glow.
Hrothgar.
This is
Learn
fucking
what
boiling.
The Greybeards can teach you. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By
Thanks.
my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant.
Thanks.
I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now. We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn. Back to business, Proventus.
Has anyone seen
Still
those
have a city
videos
to
on
defend.
TikTok? I know, Zelda, you don't
Yes,
have
my
TikTok, but there's this woman. who looks very much like that fella, except she's wrinklier, believe it or not.
God, watch over your battles, friend.
I got it. Wait. Thank you. So it looks a lot like him, but a lot wrinklier.
What is it that you need?
And she'll be like, "Don't piss on me and tell me it's raining," but like her entire face just morphs. It's like Willem Dafoe style morph, and it's just creepy as shit. Looks like him, but wrinklier. It's my turn to help with Annie. Been great hanging out. Good luck. I hope yous don't melt. And we shall chat to you soon. I need to see that. Oh, if I find a video, I'll post it on in Discord. Will it look terrifying?
What do you want me to carry?
Just be like, this is what happens when you don't wear sunscreen. Bye, Zelda. See you soon. Right, what do I want? What do I want him to carry? Ooh. Well, I've got to keep that, haven't I? Oh. Wrong button. Right, that'll do.
Lead on.
Right, so we can dismantle. Is Sven wearing a dead god's helmet? Possible. Maybe. Nope. Nope. Yeah. Nope. 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 My axe looks so much good. They don't, what? They don't look the same?
Come to
Oh, I
Dragon's
missed
Roost to
one
discuss the
thing.
ongoing
Really?
hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors.
No, I did not. I came to steal your shit and I missed one thing. Have a look at it. Wait. I can tell you're going to try and talk to me. Here you'll see the Whiterun axe, gifted by the Jarl himself. Shiny, shiny, blah blah blah. Yours is dwarf's axe, mine's an iron. Oh, well, clearly likes me more than he likes you then. What?
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl.
Oh.
It's an honor to serve you. The Jarl has recognized you as a person of great importance in the Hold. A hero. The title of Thane is an honor, a gift for your service. Guards will know to look the other way if you tell them who you are.
Ooh. She seems it.
As my Thane, I'm sworn to your service.
So what would happen to
I'll guard
Sven?
you and all you own with my life.
Does she just go into my house that I don't own yet? He would go back to his life. She'll stay here till you buy a house, okay. Well, I can't buy a house yet because I don't have enough money. I know I can level up 2 minutes. Nope. Can't even find my gold. Where is my gold? Says at the bottom. Oh, I knew that. Shut up, I was testing you and you passed. Well done. Right.
For we are one. Ere you ascended, and the 8 became 9.
That's not a bad, I can make that.
Careful if you cross the river to the east.
Careful.
Old Hajva Ironhand and his brigands are holed up.
Level up. Do we have any new archery yet? Nope. Do we have any new sneak? Yes, we do. Ooh, Assassin's Blade. Sneak attacks, 12. 15 times the normal damage. Jesus. Sprinting while sneaking executes a silent forward roll. Oh. I kind of want that one. You think? I think. Panda buying a house. I will when I get the money. Money. I'm doing that one. Oh, that was silly. I should have checked. Oh, I did check archery, man. Never mind. I knew that. Crikey Moses.
What is it?
Well, we've got 5 minutes. So. I could potentially do that now, actually. I mean, not right now. Next time we're on, which will be tomorrow. Make some portions, sell them, and buy a house. Bossy.
You tried mercenary work?
Nope.
It might suit you.
Oh. Let's see here.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler.
I don't even know if I've got the stuff to make one. Oh, okay. Not what I meant to do.
If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask.
Well, I could only make 2.
You look rather pale. Could be attack. Ah, so you're an alchemist then?
Alchemist. 22. I can sell some of these. $60. I know they're better ones. I don't care. Ooh, we can get a house. We can get a
Come
house.
back anytime if you need a remedy.
Sell all the stamina
Pardon me,
ones.
but do I detect?
No, because I use
So
stamina.
you're an alchemist then.
I'll sell them stamina ones. That's it.
Until next time.
Bye. for me, baby.
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day.
No, because I went and talked to you before and you told us to fuck off.
Need a blade?
I really want to shoot him in the head. Like, I can't I really want to shoot him in the head. Cake by the ocean. Oh. Work for me, baby. It's in my head. If you interact with the little statue behind him, you get a buff for your shouts. Ooh.
The Jarl is, as you...
Give me a
Splendid.
house.
There's a house available right now.
I'll take it.
Wonderful. Here's the key to your home.
Thanks. Sarah.
Enjoy your...
Oh, hang on.
The task of... I'll be glad to help you. There are many ways to improve your home, provided you have the coin.
I do not. I'm just
And
curious.
of course, don't forget to consult your home decorating guide for descriptions of the decorations you can buy. Now, what would you like to purchase? As you wish. Speak to me again if you decide to purchase some decorations.
Let's go
for your
see.
home.
You going to my house now?
Honor to you, my Thane.
Let's go, bitches. You may have to tell the god. I will in a minute. I mean, they might tolerate your presence more if you stop shouting. God. Rude.
You tried mercenary work?
Woohoo! We got a house!
Sometimes I miss the soldier's life.
Oh, wow, it's...
But when I hold my daughter in my arms, I know I made the right choice.
Get the fuck out of my house! Mm-hmm. Rude. Oh, isn't it so cute? Got a fire pit and a loft. And a really questionable bed. Slept on worse. Oh, we got a house. Hey, Griffin. We got a house. Okay, quick save. Done. Chat screen. Right. Oh my god. I know we're getting a little bit drop. Oh, it's a shame she knows. Call police and the fireman. It's too high foot. It is. It really is. So, do we want to stick with Elder Scrolls or do we want to go and see someone we already know? Out of people we know, we have... Let's have a look. Chrono Odyssey with Graysel. Elden Ring. The Altars. Rainbow Siege 6. Grounded. Fortnite. Oh, there you go. We can continue with Skyrim. Plan. Smooth than a fresh on Skippy. I'm fucking too hot now. Jesus Christ. Make a dragon want to retire, man. Hot damn. So, as always, everybody, thank you very much for being with me yet again. We have a house, but we're going to go and join Eternal while he plays some Skyrim, see how he's doing, and stay hydrated, try and stay cool, okay? I shall catch y'all tomorrow, provided I survive and it's not too hot to have the computer on. But it might be. Okay, I appreciate you. I'll see you later. I'll speak to some of you very, very soon. Bye!